Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to Mary's Little House of Centerville, Illinois. I'm so grateful to have you on the second day of Lent. Remember a little triptych here of our Blessed Mother and Jesus. Let's see, get a good shot of this. See how joyful they are, how happy they are, how bright they are. And that's what Lent's about. That's the image you should have about Lent. A happy, joyful, a smiling, gleaming smile. Lent is a time when we go back to the source of our joy. Remember the great fugue from Johann Sebastian Bach, Jesu, men of joy, Jesu, joy of men's desiring. Jesus is the joy. He's the source of life, of all beauty and all goodness. When the Father made the earth, it was Jesus who was the model. He was painting. He was the Word, the expression of the Father, and the expression of the Father, not only Jesus, the second person, Blessed Trinity, but Jesus, the universe, the boundless universe, the beautiful blue earth. Jesus was the Father's model. He set for the Father to give us this all creation. The Father, the Creator, and Jesus was the one He conceived in and created and looked at. Said, oh, how beautiful you are, Son. Oh, from you inspire me to make all these beautiful the trees and the earth, the brown earth out there, ready to bud forth and get green again, and the deer that come down Mary's path that Peanut here is asleep right now, wants to chase. All that's beautiful, it's in Jesus. It's in Jesus. And you know what, the Father, they have such a love for each other that the love they have between each other is the Holy Spirit. So, and we're brought into that. Isn't that marvelous? And Lent helps us be more deeply brought into that love between the Father and the Holy Spirit by opening ourselves more to the Holy Spirit, putting up our sails, that might have been scrunched in against the pole there, because we're might be a little bit selfish here and holding back there. But Lent loosens us up and gets the sails all loose and gets them taut and ready for the Holy Spirit to so we could sail fast into the deep of love and adventure and caring about people and spreading the good news, the joy that we have in Jesus. So I hope you're doing fine. Second day. This is a fresh. Everything's fresh out of the oven. Of God's love, of God's heart, of Jesus's heart to give us to make a good Lent. So stay in there. We say like when the farmer puts the plow in, he puts it in deep right in the beginning of the furrow. So it'll go have a deep furrow. So it'll open up the earth to receive the seed and the rain and the sun and everything. So that's our soul. So Lent is that plow that's making a deep furrow, so we can be fruitful and beautiful and food for people and love for people and just smile for people. Okay, today's a feast of a very strange name. I used to always laugh at the name, not laugh at it, but thought it was very, very different, very particular. Saint Polycarp, Poly, carp, like a fish, C-A-R-P, Polycarp, bishop and martyr. You know what? He was a bishop. He knew the apostles. He was a disciple of St. John the Apostle. We have his relic, St. John the Apostle. He was a disciple of them. Can you imagine? That's pretty apostolic. I mean, he was we say an apostolic father of the church, because he knew the apostles. He knew St. John. Isn't that something? He lived he died in 155. He died in 155. And he died when he was 86 years old. I'm 72, so I'm going to get up there with him. He was a bishop. And you know what? He was very loved by everybody. Even the pagans loved him. The ones who were putting him to he was called before the prefect, and he wouldn't eat meat offered to the idols. He wouldn't do that. So they tied him to a stake, and put a bunch of big wooden bundles of sticks and stuff around. But before they did, they said even the soldiers, the ones who were putting him to death, tying him up, he said, now listen, I'll get you a regular piece of meat, a regular piece of food, and not sacrificed to the idols. So just play like you eat that. You're not offending God anymore, but because this has not been offered to the gods. But Saint Polycarp said, look here, I love these people. Here I am, a man with gray hair, and I would, all the kids and all the young people and everybody, they would think I would have offended God. And old age is not to be. Well, he didn't say all that like that, but he said, I don't want to make a trickery thing, dissimulate. He doesn't. He wanted to. I will good example. I served the Lord all my life. He's never done anything bad for me. I won't offend him at the end of my life. So they had to. So he stood up. Then they tied him up on the stake, and they lit the fire, and the fire. The people watched it, and the fire went like there was air or something, and never touched him. They could see him in the middle of the fire, but it was like gold being tried in the fire. As the one who was reporting this, the one who wrote his martyrdom down, our bread being baked. His body was just like fresh bread being baked, and the soldiers saw that too, and. They saw it wasn't touching him. So one of the soldiers took his spear and thrust into his body and killed him. But he was a holy bishop. He was a holy man. He was a senior citizen. Oh, I just pray for our senior citizens to be even more this Lent and throughout the world, to pray for their children and their grandchildren, to not waste time fickling around with their health or in front of the TV as much, but to, yes, enjoy life and all, and go on that bus trip, but enjoy life, but mainly to offer the aches and pains of old age, to leave the legacy, not only of their whatever they have left for their children, but leave a legacy of love, of holiness and of goodness, by their kindness and their love, and they're not criticizing anybody, or just loving them, wishing them well, offering their sufferings for the salvation of their children. I tell people we're not done with our parenting until we get every one of our children into heaven. Then we're done. And then we can enjoy them forever in heaven. We don't want anybody to go down that other place. Nobody over our lives, our dead body. I don't know if that's a good expression, but we want to. So old people, you're so powerful to give us good example, like Saint Polycarp, who's 86 years old. He didn't want to deceive he wanted to leave a good example. You leave a good example too, by your love, by your prayerfulness. I have my grandmother, my aunts, they were so holy, they were the old people in my life. Mom and Dad weren't old people in my life. Now my mommy is maybe a little bit older. She's 92, but she's still so good. She's still so good. When she could, she was going to daily mass and everything, and she just loves us kids in spite of this one, the hard one here. She loves no matter what's wrong with us or whatever. So senior citizens, have a wonderful Lent. I know you don't have to be fasting and all that to 65 or so. What? Yeah. But offer all your sufferings. Make your children happy to go visit you. I have one grandmother. It's coming to church, and she just delights in her children. And she's not sad to see them. She's not glad to see them go. She's sad to see them go. She just loves them. I can see why. She has a sparkling personality already, and she just delights in them. And I think she has that eternal perspective. It might be the last time she'll see the children, and so she just does everything as if it's the last time they will be seen. I have another grandmother on Facebook. who's a music teacher, and she just delights in her grandchildren and oohs and ahs about them and everything. And all grandparents, you all do that, I know, but be a good example. You don't have to go to the boat and all those the gambling places, but to be generous with the kids. They need your help. Hello. Be generous with the church. Be generous with the missions, that serve the poor and proclaim the good news. Don't worry about everything. God will take care of, as He's taken care of in the past. You teach us how to trust God's providence. Oh, I'm so happy to be with you. I just encourage you the rest of the few moments I got to really have a holy, happy Lent. Somebody said, holy, happy Lent. I was saying happy Lent. I said, yeah, the holy part is what makes us happy the most. Oh, I was at Mass. I just still got my Mass clothes on. Daily Mass. I forgot to emphasize on my yesterday's YouTube, the greatest thing we could do for Lent is our daily Mass. To when we can. I know some of you can't. Mommies can. I even saw a mommy with a big family. All the kids are in school, and she came to the noon Mass, or the forenoon Mass, 11:30 Mass. I saw lots of people going to Mass, and that encourages me and everybody else. Look at these people. They're not the regular ones during the year. They're making a great effort and sacrifice, old and young. Yes, I saw young men there too, running from their office. See people still in their suits and with their name tags on and their card keys hanging. They're coming. They're making a sacrifice. They inspire me, and I'm just so glad to see them. But you too, what you could make a sacrifice. I remember in the old days when my dad used to get up to go to a daily Mass. It was still dark out. And up in north, I remember the people trudging in St. Paul and International Falls and White Earth, Minnesota, and Nut Lake, Minnesota, all of them coming to daily Mass, no matter how bad and severe the winters were, and trudging, making footprints in the snow to come to Mass daily, not only weekly. God bless you. Thanks for your good example. Thanks for listening. Let's do this Lent together. Do it with joy. Remember the picture we have. That's sort of the reminder that this is a season of joy. Can you see him there? I'm really. There you go. Jesus and Mary. They're calling us to be joyful because we are coming closer to Jesus, who is the joy of man's desiring. God bless you.